Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get this career, money, life purpose reading in for Libra Collective. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. Libra will look at what sort of opportunities are coming in, what you can do about them, if there's anything to release, and just what exactly is going on. So let's get all the details with some tarot and oracle cards, and I'll of course share channel messages as well. And thanks to those of you who helped me hit 10,000 subscribers. I appreciate you and am wishing you the very best. Thank you, friends. Libra, first card out. Oh, goodness. This is a good one. Crown. Huh. Victory much? Yeah. All right. So, Libra, this is about success and victory, some sort of power and authority, material gain. That's you ruling the world, basically. And aren't we all the center of our own universe? Right? Okay, let's see, Libra. What else do we have? So some of you may be really shining brightly, maybe center stage. That's been coming through in your readings lately. Libra. Male energy. Now, you know what, Libra? You actually had young man coming in to your reading. So this could just be the energy of a male in general, right? Okay, so this is some sort of man playing a role. Mars energy, male energy, divine masculine, think emperor. All right. Now we have the crown and we have male energy. If that isn't emperor vibes, I don't know what is. Male, female does not matter. It's about the energy. Okay. So if you saw the bonus mini reading I did on you Friday, that was sort of a little bit of a prelude to this reading. So yeah. What else do we have? And we're getting similar energies. That's why I'm mentioning that, you had a similar card. It had to do with new vitality coming in and you taking the lead on something. So maybe you are in fact taking the lead on initiating something, some sort of new path, new door, financial freedom, gain in some way. Material gain is on the way, though. It looks like this is amazing. Lion. Okay, so this is about you using your own strength and courage and personal power to achieve what it is you want. This is about being bold, being assertive. Okay, think wands as far as tarot. What else do we have for Libra? Lovely Libra Collective. Thanks to those of you who have booked personal readings. I appreciate it very much. I enjoy reading for you. Let's see. What do we have, Libra? Scales. So this is a desire for balance. Oh my goodness, this could not be more of a Libra reading. You can't make this up. We could also say Leo too with the lion here, right? But this is amazing because there are a lot of cards in this deck. I think there are 80. And for you to already have like crown, male, lion, scales, I mean, that's like Libra becoming an emperor / empress. And so there may be some sort of something though that you are, there's the desire, right? There's the desire for the balance, but you may be weighing options still and really considering things carefully. All right. And I feel like that's what they wanted. They wanted 4. So that's what we got. Let's see Libra. So Libra. Let me really get into this energy for you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. This is about money, career, prosperity, your abundance in general. And we have several cards that flipped. And what do we have? This is the Cheeky Tarot by Danilo Sannino of White Fly, straight from Italy. Okay, we have 6 of Cups. Get out, really? No, don't leave. Stay, please. Stay for the reading. No. We have the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and hello, the Emperor. And I was picking up on the 4. They wanted me to get 4 because they were specifying my guides. That is, this is Emperor energy. Period. There is no question. And that I just said that at the 4-minute mark. They're connecting this to the number 4, maybe your life path 4, or you connect with 4 in some way. But that can be about, stability, family, structure. It's a solid energy when it comes to your abundance and your leadership qualities and really being on the right path, So if structure and stability is what you want, you have a card for that. You have the ultimate card for that, I would say, the Emperor. So 6 of Cups. Step up and receive your flowers, Libra. That's what's happening in this card. This can be, some people would say, oh, it's, something coming back from the past. While it is about nostalgia, it doesn't mean your past is being brought back. And it's not necessarily all about reunion. It can be about healing. It can be about something that's familiar. It could be yeah, you know, reminiscing, but it's really it's about you and how you're being received by the world, and it feels like you're becoming more of an authority, and you're achieving the success that you're hoping for. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands, taking that next step. A lot of you don't feel ready, but I can tell you, because you keep getting male slash young man energy in the readings with me, um, this is about letting you know, Libra, that you need to take the initiative here with something. Okay, maybe some of you are. Okay, a lot of Libras I know are leaders, no question. Okay, but you also have the Nine of Cups, which is something fulfilling in some way, yes, but it's like kind of they're wanting me to let you know, maybe you do want to go that extra step, and maybe some of you are just not feeling as, maybe you have had success, but you're just not feeling as though that's like, it's not that it's not enough, it's just that you want to really make the most, and you want to maximize this new abundance, this, you know, it's like really choosing investments wisely too. But it can be a dream come true in some way, somewhat. It can be fulfillment. Yes, it's not like the ultimate, like the 10 of Cups, but it's certainly a good card. Um, and it's kind of too, I keep getting this message for you of like, you've got to honor how you feel about something. Okay. And really, being the one who's in charge of this new direction, this change. You're the one initiating it. So a 9 can be about completion. It can be about leadership as well. But then you have the Emperor, the ultimate leadership card here, one of the ultimate ones, I would say. And it's so cool that that's what you have, clarifying a need for stability, a desire for balance, weighing the options. You know, he has something in each hand. He's ready though. Look at that armor. This energy, male, female, doesn't matter. He's ready. He's going to make his choice. He has all the energy of all four kings. Again, male, female, doesn't matter. This is the energy of leadership, the energy of strategic planning. Okay, it's certainly about control. Okay, and control is not a bad word. Okay, all right. Let's see, Libra. I guess it's not a bad word if you're the one in control, right? All right. Let's see, Libra. Any placement of Libra? Whoa, lots of cards. I am going to have to put these back. There are way too many. I did see the Ace of Swords. We'll take it, but the rest, I'm very gentle with my decks, so sometimes cards will spill out like that, but I did not feel that was right at that time. But since we saw the Ace of Swords, we will take it. And this is truth, maybe. This is getting some sort of clarity, okay? This is clarity about how to achieve that material gain, how to achieve that power and authority. And it is a card of victory, but there is definitely this energy where it's kind of like you're not just resting on past achievements, okay? I'm connecting it to that Six of Cups. And even the Nine of Cups, it's like you're not just it's not that what you have isn't enough. It's just that you're grateful, but you're also wanting more for yourself and for your family, maybe. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And then we have the 10 of Wands. For a lot of you, you've had to be, maybe some of you are single parents, and you've had to be like mother, father, friend, everything to your child, you know, or maybe that's how your role in the family in general. And it just feels like there's a lot, you know, but it's like you're very close to achieving that security and stability. But I do get this energy where, like, again, you're the one having to kind of like take care of everything. But look, they planted the wands, they're harvesting the wands, and that's leading to more growth, right? So 10 of Wands there with all that lovely little new growth there. And they're very close to that castle in the distance. It's a very in the near future, actually. So in the near future, it looks like you have wealth coming in. Whatever wealth means for you, Libra, I say that. And what falls right on the very top here, you have the King of Pentacles. Holy moly. This is a big card for an abundance kind of reading. Talk about abundant energy. I mean, this is great. I don't even know if you're going to be ready when this comes in. I mean, I know you're ready and you'll welcome it with open arms and an open heart, but it's like, it seems like it could be pretty big, because you already have one of the breakthrough cards. Oh, I kind of feel like I was getting off the Friday's reading I did for you. There was sort of a little preview to this one. It feels as though like you're making room for this new opportunity. in that you're getting, maybe some of you you've been having maybe physical stuff or something on your mind heavily, just something really, one particular thing that's been a struggle, that's been an obstacle, and it's removed. It's not that it's removed, it's that you overcome it. Okay. And we'll look into, how you can go over, push through barriers and things like that, okay, in this reading. And I'll pull some cards too, specific to entrepreneurs as well. I have a special deck I use for that when I do these monthly career readings. But we touch on career in all my readings, really. But King of Pentacles, you'll notice the grapes here. They're not going to give up, but the grapes, I mean, that's grapes take a particular environment, just like a lot of things. There has to be certain conditions for them to grow. And some would say, without the proper conditions, they're impossible basically to grow. But with them, things move along well. And sort of like, just like with you, when you're around the right people, when you feel good about what you're doing and you're aligned, everything seems to run smoothly, right? Less problems in general. But when something's not aligned and something in the environment is impacting us, it can really spill over into everything, right? It affects our feelings. It can affect our relationships, our home, our environment in general, our health. It can affect everything. So making an important change could really help you in regard to your life purpose, your career, your overall wealth in general, and your health is very important. Okay, I'm getting that stressed again because you have the King of Pentacles with that 10 of Wands, and it does feel like, and even the Ace of Swords sometimes to me can be like, for example, surgery. It can also be, with these cards together, like recovering from a surgery, possibly. That's just me as a reader, what I'm getting intuitively off these cards. Like, be careful of burnout. Okay. So it may become very clear to you that, there's been too much stress and strain. And we need to again, get that self-control here and really be in that authoritative role in our own lives, and playing, you're this on the stage of life, you are the main character in your world, right? So that's important. Let's see what else we have. I'm actually hearing a name like Diane. And I heard Beverly or even Kimberly. Okay. I heard the early part. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? They're giving me if someone is having a baby, or if you're expecting an arrival or good news, they could come early. Okay. So take it or leave it, right? And I will tell you, there's actually kind of an energy that's sort of the opposite of that. And that is, if you're planning on traveling or going somewhere, expect delays. Okay. So, or if you're expecting a deal to come through, or just news in general, things are taking longer. But then surprisingly, you could like have success getting in like next day appointment. So it's quite a mix of energy. It's very interesting. And it's hard to explain to people in these readings because it's really like very distinct energy from each other, very, almost like I said, like opposite. So maybe you yourself, like one area is going really well and then there's another area that's not. So it kind of making me feel like there are a couple of things going on at once. And it's funny because now you have the Two of Pentacles, and that's certainly like, what do I focus on? I've got, I have this going on, I have that going on. Well, the King of Pentacles, as you know, is someone who's really good about investing wisely, and they're a solid leader, right? They know how to manage prosperity. They're a provider, and there's no question they're able to really take hold of opportunities as they come their way and really maximize them, make the most out of them, and not give up either. They're not one to give up. They're that stubborn bull energy there. There we go. We have the Two of Pentacles, as I said. So really focus on your next step. That's really all they want. They want you to focus on one thing. That came through in Friday's reading too. A lot of you are focusing on way too many things. Sometimes when I see the Two of Pentacles, it's like sometimes having too many options isn't a great thing, right? But the Emperor, the King of Pentacles are here. The energy is with you, Libra, as far as helping you weigh those options and really make the best decision that's going to lead to victory for you and, pardon me, and overall stability and success. Certainly, you may have an idea that is growing, that keeps coming back too. And there's the Queen of Cups. Very nice. One of the things too, it's like your heart really needs to be in this. Okay. And sometimes it's hard to take advantage of, say, a stepping stone when you know it's just like getting your foot in the door. It's not your ultimate goal. And sometimes that can be hard to like take a pay cut or, be the new one when you're used to being a leader, especially if you're natural born leader. And so it can be tough, but like, it's like, I'm getting this message of like, don't let that stop you though, from going in this new direction. Look at this next step as, yeah, a stepping stone, right? It's not the be all end all. It's going to help get you where you want to go though. Okay. Even if it's not, again, your ultimate goal. So, yeah. Page of Wands. So getting inspired. You could get some sort of inspiring news. You could get a hello from somebody. Yeah, I will say, even from the past, even like an old employer in some way too, because it is a money reading. So, yeah. Let's see. So, what else do we have for Libra? I'm not getting a whole lot else off of that right now. We'll see though. Oh yeah, I am getting using the knowledge you have of when something didn't work out. Okay, because I have the salamanders here, and they very much give me sort of, the going through the fire and coming out and being on top. So I kind of like take what you can out of your lessons and counting the lessons as blessings, even though they didn't necessarily feel like it at the time. What else do we have for Libra, please? I'm getting the state of Iowa. And actually, I was getting something about maybe like Salt Lake or this is not Iowa, but then also, no, I don't think that, I'm just like whispering to myself here. Sorry. But then before that, they were giving me like the name of a lake or something, but it has like battery in it or even acid, or there could be a news story about maybe battery acid or something leaking into water. There's just something I'm getting here. Okay. It's like a big headline maybe. All right. So I am getting that clairaudiently. They're telling me that. So take it or leave it, like with any of my messages, right? Let's see, Libra. All right. The Fool card. Now you had this come into Friday's little preview to this too. So this is that having that hope, that optimism as you take a leap forward. And remember, I was just talking about lessons turning into blessings, right? This card, the Fool card, has to do with moving forward. Yeah, with the the wisdom you have and carrying forward lessons, not luggage. I always say that with this card. I'm going to say it again just to be consistent for my regular viewers. No. But you have the yellow skies here. That's, things are possibly looking up, but we're not going to overlook the fact that, yeah, there are some ice-capped mountains there in the background. They look scary, right? But it feels as though you have some sort of support coming in. You may not be expecting it. It could be that male energy there we're talking about. But it's like you're having, your intentions are pure here with the white rose in hand and just really, really going for it, let's see there. So let's see, what else do we have? So I was getting Iowa and I do get Utah with that Salt Lake City. So just take it or leave it, right? Okay. Libra. Ooh, there's one. What do we have? Oh, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, it's kind of like you may not even be realizing the growth that you have achieved. I kind of want to give you a little schoolhouse homework in a way. I kind of want to have you set, do a timeline of, some important life events in your life and make sure to map out the achievements in there too. And you're going to see, and like maybe circle the achievements with, red or something just so it stands out and you'll realize just how much you have overachieved despite your whole timeline of life. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse can feel like there's just waste. It feels like, oh, I've wasted time, I've wasted energy. And Libra, I'm here to tell you, none of it has been a waste. Okay. None of that has been a waste. It's like, no matter what, you've gained something out of all the experiences, even if it wasn't positive necessarily. There has been learning that has occurred. And so I feel as though for some of you, you're like, enough with the wasting time. And it feels as though you're going to be able to really start to see results soon. Yeah, like your efforts paying off, really. And you have the Four of Cups. It was in reverse, sort of. So I'm going to give you both definitions, as I always do. That's why, to me, yeah, it's reversal, upright. I'm going to give you the energy I feel anyway with regard to the card. So the Four of Cups, you can see they're like turning their head to this, what looks like a better offer than what they've had, but they're automatically, their default mode seems to be grumpy and like, no, I don't want it. So this could be feeling, withdrawn and almost like just feeling very unimpressed with what's come your way so far. And it could just feeling very, maybe even bored with everything up to this point. I'm getting the number 4 off of that. Well, actually, it is the Four of Cups. I wasn't getting it for that reason. Actually, I was getting it because of his legs. They're kind of just giving me like figure 4 vibes. Let's see. And that tells me as a reader, that's one of my clues that tells me that it is important to be adaptable. Now, remember, I did have the Queen of Cups here, and they wanted me to focus on the stepping stones, or what I'm seeing as stepping stones. I think the stones are here in this card, and I don't know if that's the intention of the author or not, or the creator, but I see them as they're highlighted because they're different colors, and that's why I'm like getting this, like, if your heart's in it, like, do what you can, even start small, right? Focus on one small step forward. And so I am getting that, you might be kind of turning your nose or tempted to turn away something that doesn't seem good enough, but they want me to tell you, my guides want me to tell you that then you do what you will with it, but that we do what we have to sometimes in order to get what we really want. We have to kind of swallow our pride a little bit and let the ego dissolve and allow in this new temporary opportunity, even if it's 6 months, to lead you where you want to ultimately be. Libra. 7 of Wands, right? So persevering, even if you're not like absolutely loving something, maybe you're pushing through because you're allowing it to inspire you and really work towards where you really want to be. So you're possibly, taking some sort of stand to, yeah, I'm actually hearing clairaudiently not to let something or someone throw you off key. I don't know why they gave me off key, but so maybe you're a singer, but not letting something derail you or the progress that you've made. And I'm getting this message too about if freedom's what you want, freedom's what you've got. That's what I heard. Oh my goodness, look. And so the card that comes out with that message clairaudiently is this 10 of Cups. So now that's your second 10, just like in Friday's reading, you had 2 10s come out. Then you had your third one come out, actually. So you have the 10 of Cups, and this is like the seeds you're planting now in how you're investing, because you're investing your whole life into something. You're really putting your heart and soul into it. It will pay off. This actually is the ultimate dream come true. You had the 9 of Cups, now you go to the 10 of Cups, and this is happily ever after. I'm hearing something now, I'm getting a lot of channel messages, but I'm hearing something about 2 days in a row. Okay, so there's been something about 2 days in a row, or maybe you don't want something to happen 2 times in a row, or something happened twice in a row, and it's like, oh my gosh, but then maybe that third time is when it works out. So there's that. There could be this hesitancy too. You always see with the Page of Swords that sort of shifting their weight, shifting their energy, and I think it is as you are weighing options. And I think for some of you too, it's about learning some sort of information, and they want you to kind of take the information with a grain of salt. But definitely, some of you are going to choose to move away from someone or something. The name Kirk or the name Patrick could mean something, or Kirkpatrick. And then you have Judgment card. So this is you making the decision that you need to make for your ultimate happiness in life. Okay. It's kind of like a moment of reckoning, if you will, or a moment of awakening. We can't make up for lost time, but we can change how we look at it. So it is, again, about like that perspective. What else comes with it? I need a card. Wow, there's a lot of cards. Let's get a card with it. There it is, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, not letting something stop you. Don't let anything stop you, because why? Let's say it together. Nothing stops a Queen of Wands. Say it every time we get this card, and we get this card a lot. Okay, also, this is a little reminder. They wanted me to tell you right now, a little reminder that you are truly marvelous. You're fabulous just the way you are, okay? And they want me to tell you my cheesy little saying, magnificence is often misunderstood. So if someone's not appreciating you or your work, well, I guess that's a loss for them. But you have the Four of Wands coming in, the 1111 card, and something is coming in for you, or you're moving towards something in the right timing. It's divine timing. It's going to lead to, again, Ladybug on the card here, wish fulfillment, a dream come true, happily ever after, however you want to word it. It's all the same energy, and it is cause for celebration here on the bottom, Three of Cups. And you'll see they are enjoying a nice harvest of all the things they've planted. Looks like maybe tomatoes and pumpkins and oranges and grapes and all that. And they're going to have a reason to celebrate. Absolutely. And it's something celebrating a new leadership role possibly that you have. But again, it's like, it's not necessarily that's what's coming in right this moment, but something that then ultimately leads to it does come in right now. Let's see if there's anything else. Is there anything anything blocking us right now, blocking these opportunities, this opportunity, this new door, this new path for Libra? What is it? Yeah, there's I'm getting this energy about like the need for consistency. Either you're wanting that, or that's the advice. Needing to be consistent. Okay, not letting that fear. I just saw the fear of failure card come in. Not letting that fear rear its ugly head. Right. Oh, Libra, we have the evil eye coming in. Oh, it's a powerful card. The evil eye now don't get scared. It is a need to protect yourself though, because there could be something around you that isn't really exactly happy for your success. So just be very mindful of who you're sharing your plans and news with. Okay. So, and if you're wondering about ways to protect your energy from this evil eye, if you believe in the evil eye, you can burn a candle. You can make an herbal bath. You could wear an amulet of crystals or something to protect you. You can, tune into Reiki. You could ring bells, listen to high frequency music. You can do all kinds of things. So look that up and see what resonates most for you. Yeah, that's all that needs to be said for that. It looks like at this time. What else for Libra? Tarot dependency. So exercise your free will, Libra. Maybe some of you are pulling cards for yourself, and that could be something that you're encouraged to do. So while tarot can help you evaluate different options or paths, in the end, of course, Libra, it's up to you, right? It's up to you and your own. It's all about your own journey and trusting your inner guidance, right? So make sure it's not you don't have any sort of outside dependency on things outside of yourself. The answers are within. Libra, what else? Half-hearted effort. So they're really wanting you to give something your all. So when you don't give it your all, you could get stuck in mediocrity, however you want to say it. So unleash your full potential, put in 100%. And again, don't be afraid to start to initiate this, whatever this is. And you will see rewards. You will see the efforts come to fruition. Whoa. We have bad decisions in reverse. And it feels as though some of you are just, you're not going to be, again, you're not wanting to make bad decisions, so maybe chess resonates for someone out there, but so we have chess pieces here, but this is about if you're ignoring your intuition, and it could be, you're suffering the effects of that. So there's no point in spending any more time or energy or like kicking yourself for a bad decision. So if things aren't going well, it's best not to make some sort of important decision. You want to wait till you're healthy, till you're feeling more bold or more courageous or more like yourself, and that you gather the information, like with that Page of Swords, get what you need so that you can make an informed decision. It might not be the exact moment to make a big decision. Some of you could be also just afraid of making the wrong decision, a fear of failure, right? And you have karmic cycle. So this is clearing money, karma. There's one more thing on the bottom. A lack of specificity. Yeah. So this is about getting past money choices that it says act with respect and integrity when it comes to money, and you will likely be in a good financial standing in the future. Now, this is like, it's kind of like taking your energy back from anything that didn't work out, any of those, bad decisions, right? So what else? So starting a whole new karmic cycle, right? We have, or, resetting it, clearing money karma. And this is about this lack of specificity. This is about needing to gain absolute clarity. Ace of Swords, right? Give your mind time to process something. And that way you can set clear intentions. Okay. So you can set a clear intention for manifestation to work. So becoming a conscious creator of your life. If things are very vague, if goals are vague, they're hard to visualize, how are we going to achieve them, right? We want to set clear goals with action steps, right? That can be measured. Maybe put a time limit on it. Like, within 3 months, I will do this, and make sure that you're well, it might help just to kind of keep track of things like that. And if you have a business, well, let's get some success cards for you. If you have a business, you may want to consider the next card's advice. Okay. So for Libra, you don't even have to, if you do or don't have a business, this card could relate in some way. Market research. So this is about looking before you leap, as we just talked about. Lack of specificity, not knowing enough, right? So you want to make sure that you're really clear on what it is you want to manifest. Again, becoming a conscious creator, co-creator. So John Haywood, historian and author, says, look before you leap. The first step when determining whether to go forward with a business idea is the easiest and most overlooked. Look it up. Bonus points for asking other experts, maybe connecting with somebody in some way. Have you checked lately if a product you're thinking of exists elsewhere, or the service you're thinking of offering? If it doesn't, why hasn't it been done? Or why haven't you heard of it? What have others done that didn't work, that now that service doesn't really exist? So if it does exist, what can you do better? What can you do differently? And they have a compass on this card. And you also have key messaging, card 24. So this is a quote by Jeff Bezos. We will sell more if we help people make purchasing decisions. Again, it's just like weighing your options and really seeing what else is out there. This is about, the message on the card is better, cheaper, faster. Your competitive advantages can come in many forms. Compress them into sales points for use everywhere, including your website and investors. So what makes you dramatically different from your competitors? What do you do that others don't, Libra? What do you bring to the table that's special? And how can you communicate that in 3 key messages? And how can you benefit your customer? You always want to tell people that how what you have is different than the competitors, why it's better, and how it will benefit the customer, the client. Don't leave it up to them to figure it out. Directly tell them, right? So I'm getting that with that card too. Okay, now what else do we have? Oh yeah, let's get some ask yourself questions. Again, kind of overcoming anything that could be blocking us, and how do we make the most out of this new opportunity coming in, this new abundance, this new stability and wealth. Okay, so you have this one, the 3 of Cups. So what are you ready to celebrate and enjoy? Focusing on that. And 2 of Cups, are you ready to commit to someone or something you love? Are you ready for whatever this is that you would love? Are you ready for it? Do you know how to bring it in? With the King of Wands, what ideas are you ready to implement with others? So these 3 cards right here have to do with other people. How are you bringing others into the mix here? And what situation in your life is asking you to pay attention to your own intuition or be in tune with your emotions? Your second Queen of Cups in this reading. So those are a few questions to maybe ask ourselves. What else do we have coming in for Libra? Libra, if you enjoy this reading, please do like the video, hype, subscribe, leave a comment. That's all free and it helps the channel and is very much appreciated. Thank you. And you have veiled opportunities. So Libra, there's a lot happening, okay? You see this person has a blindfold on. So with veiled opportunities, you may not be recognizing something that is going to be quite valuable, or you could be lacking essential information needed, which has come up now. This is the third time it's come up in your reading. So pay attention to details, right? Details matter. Specificity, like that card specificity, that matters. Pay attention and evaluate options carefully. You don't want to be caught off guard, right? What else do we have, Libra? Whoa. And you could have feather come in to you. You could find a feather. And then we have something, if you're out of work. So if you're out of work, I'm wondering, what can you do for is this a veiled opportunity, being out of work and not having a job right now? Is that some sort of opportunity? It may not feel like it. I've been there. I get it. It won't feel like it necessarily, but at the same time, it gives you opportunity to, it gives you the time really to explore things. So if you're facing a significant setback in your career that's leaving you with little or no income, when you're in that tough spot, you could use the time to reset your priorities in some way. Maybe, sometimes towers are gifts from the universe, even if it doesn't feel like it. And then you have another 3 of Cups with celebration. Here we are, very similar. Look at that. Yeah. And this is about enjoying yourself at social events, networking, having a little fun. This could lead to new friendships or the chance to reconnect with old friends, right? Remember I said the old boss even, or old coworker even. So that's a good sign. There's something wonderful for you to celebrate. And one more for Libra, long-term view. And I feel a lot of you, that is what you're focused on. You're in that King of Pentacles, Emperor energy, and you're looking towards the future, not just now, right? And so this is being conscious of what you're committing yourself to. And again, like if it's going to help you, this is what came in the Friday reading, if it'll help you in 10 years, so you may need to commit to something, again, short term now, to help you receive the ultimate results that you desire. Okay, that is, again, coming into this reading. Now, what else do we need to surrender to? Surrender for Libra, the Libra Collective. I'm hearing the name Pedro. And when I hear names, that can just be, an indicator for you that there's something here for you, or, maybe your name's Pedro and it's kind of the reading's way of saying, hey, you may want to real focus on this. You may want to listen up. I'm also getting Taurus energy. So it could be the time of Taurus, the name Taurus, if that's someone's name, even the month of April I'm feeling too. I know Taurus is mostly May, but I'm getting specifically April and April Taurus, or the time period of Taurus. And I heard the name like Aggie. Okay. Surrender resentments and stubbornness. No wonder they were giving me Taurus energy. No offense, Taurus. Stubbornness. I already had that on the King of Pentacles, right? I said stubborn like a bull, right? So this is stubborn surrendering stubbornness. So if you're tensing up or you're taking a rigid stance about something, this is about stepping back and observing and becoming more yielding. Okay, this is going to help you communicate more lovingly with others and with yourself. And then surrendering resentments. The message here is that only poisons you when you hang on to resentments, when you hang on to the past, you hang on to the bad decision making, right? That only poisons you. So forgive yourself, forgive others, keep moving forward. And surrender your need to always be right. And also realize you're not always going to have all the answers, right? That's it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, sometimes it's okay to say to people, look, I need a moment to think. I don't know. Because maybe you've grown up and, you had to be a little adult and as a child. I know I did. And I was expected to know a lot more than I actually did. So I felt like it was expected that I always have an answer. And so now, I sometimes put that pressure on myself when I can't figure something out. So maybe you're doing that and you're like, come on, I should know this, or, I should know exactly how to do, maybe you do need to just kind of step back and get a new viewpoint and realize, no, Libra, you can't possibly know everything. And we all do make mistakes. So, the surrendering the need to always be right, like I said, it forms for different reasons. So it's not a criticism. But this is about, again, you're getting that message of be yielding, not rigid. So allow others to be right sometimes and let them see their ways, like let something play out maybe. So yeah, and that could help resolve conflicts and improve relationships, giving someone else a chance to be the expert, or again, just letting them kind of make their own decisions, right? And we have surrender your ego. There it is. So cultivating, and I actually already said surrendering the ego, let the ego dissolve. Not fully. We need our egos, right? We do. Ego is not a bad thing to have. I mean, like anything that could be overused, though. So this is about cultivating gratitude, being of service to others, and coming from the heart. So a big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Empath empowerment. Your next reading, Libra, will be Thursday, and it will be about the new moon. Very powerful new moon. And then after that, we'll have your weekly reading, and then you'll have your, probably bonus Friday meeting, maybe another bonus Friday. Who knows? I've been doing those for you. I hope you do like those bonus shorter readings on Fridays. But I also will be doing your December reading, is what I was about to say. So a week from now, your December reading will post. Meditate on the spaciousness of air. How very Libran. And this is about when feeling stuck, picture yourself in an open, airy space with room to move and breathe, and let yourself free, or let yourself feel free and empowered. Now, I want to get more cards for you, Libra. This is about like specific occupations. Maybe some of you are wondering, gee, should I be a dance teacher? Should I do this? Should I do that? Now let's see if we get any clues with these cards for you. Some sort of confirmation from source, from our guides. The artist. Okay, so this is about creative endeavors helping you improve your cash flow. So if you're thinking, hey, should I go be creative? Should I try this thing? Looks like yes. Okay. You know yourself best, of course, but this is seeking things that inspire you and help you boost your creativity. So it could be, as I said, like dancing, photography, design, music, acting, any kind of art, anything creative. This, for example, is my way of being creative. All right. Teacher. Maybe you want to teach others how to be creative. So this is about teaching what you know, even if you're not an expert. Again, you don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to have all the answers right now. As you go, you'll learn more. This is about being a teacher, a life coach, a mentor, some sort of motivational speaker. This is about you having the ability to help others uncover their true potential. I hear the name Lisa, and I also heard Vicky. Okay, so social media, or just Vic. Okay, so it's something with the name Vic in it, V-I-C, in it. That name comes up often, actually, it seems. Okay, so we have make money with social media. That could be something very lucrative. Maybe you want to show others how to be creative on YouTube or some other social media outlet, and you're being called with these 3 cards to do it. If you were wondering, it's like, hey, start the channel, do it, I did, right? I started out as new too. And now I've been here almost 3 years. So like anyone can do it. I had no social media, Libra. I'm not even joking you. I had no social media. None, zero. Wasn't on anything. And then I just went and started a YouTube channel. Who would have thought, right? So this is about being some sort of influencer in some way, any type of social media, and growing your presence to build a reputation for your knowledge. Right? It's a great way to get known, to be seen, right? In some way. Even if you have a channel like mine where it's not your face that's on there, but it's you, it's your energy, it's your signature energetically. It's again, the way you do something can't be copied or replicated. That is all you, my friend. You are, again, magnificent. And that can make it so that, often you are maybe misunderstood, but you know what? Your people are out there. There are people who are going to want to know what you're all about, Libra. They already exist. Give them the chance to find you. And then we have mechanic. So this is about being able to fix your finances or something mechanical smoothly, get it running smoothly again. get back on track. Okay. This is about also, it could have to do with any career where you're repairing something and mending something. Okay. So what needs mending, Libra? Something could just need to be mended, and not all, it's not altogether lost, right? So again, getting back on track. This is not some sort of complete failure. Okay, so get that out of your head. Okay. All right. And Libra, let's get you some animal cards. You know, I like my animals. Animals, angel numbers. Libra, Libra. You have lemur. Dance to the rhythm of your heart and find joy in the present moment. You're already there. We're here anyway. You might as well enjoy it. And cockatoo. This one came up in the Friday reading. That is so funny. So you're unique. Again, you having a unique voice. Okay. Your unique voice and lively energy are greatest assets. Your zest for life lights up the world. And Panda. With your positive attitude, you can unlock an inner and outer peaceful sanctuary. Beautiful little panda. Little. They're not little, but and wombat. So pay it again, Libra. This is, I think, what is this, the fourth time now in the reading? Pay attention to details. Invest your time and effort into your creations. Libra, craft, beauty, and magic. And that Libras, I will say, we're one of the signs, whether it's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node. If you're here, you've got Libra in your chart somewhere, right? I mean, we all have Libra somewhere in our chart, right? But you might not necessarily have planets there. But anyway, this is about, just like with Taurus being ruled by Venus. I mean, we create pretty things. We're really good. Get out. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Empress. Okay, so there's the Empress. Yeah, both ruled by the card. I get all excited. I can barely talk. Okay, so you can see the symbol for Venus energy here, and the feminine here. And this is about, again, creating loveliness, beauty. Maybe it's like my form of art is like, coming up with set designs, that kind of art, because I'm not so great with like pen and paper necessarily, unless it's writing. But yeah, it's about you knowing that, Libra, that is absolute strength and talent. No one does it as lovely as a Libra. Okay, if you want something to look pretty, feel pretty, cozy, beautiful, you want a Libra on your team, right? I think we can all agree on that. And it's amazing to me that then the Empress was on the bottom. And I love this because you have the Emperor and now you have the Empress. And again, what is that? It's that balance. You have the desire for balance, right? And that need for stability. I mean, that's just something that we all want, right? Most of us anyway. So let's see. Libra. Let's get angel numbers. I couldn't believe that the Empress came out. I mean, I believe it. I've been to all my readings. I see it happen all the time, but I'm always surprised by it. And that's just it, Libra, like letting those little things, I do these readings almost every day, and it like never ceases to amaze me how things come out. Or I'll say something and boom, there's a card. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. And so what is it that gets you excited? Just the act of doing it, like gets you, excited, that maybe, can you turn that into that hobby, that love into abundance in some way, financial gain, even. 444 said from the very beginning, I was getting the number 4. And there's 444 ending our reading. So angels watch over you with love and encouragement, Libra. I'm wishing you the absolute best. Thank you so much for being here, and you know how to show support. Thank you.